Bravery often comes in the most unlikely of places, but at the most crucial times. It's one of the most desirable and revered characteristics, not just for Jedi, but in normal people like you and me. It's also one of the hardest and most difficult traits to possess, as being brave often puts the individual at great personal risk. So for someone to be brave, they have to be willing to sacrifice everything, and the Jedi I'm going to be talking about today is the bravest Jedi in the Order. Ima Gun. Master Dai wasn't just brave, however. He is in fact the most ironic character in all of Star Wars. Now, I thought this was really common knowledge, but apparently it isn't, so I thought I'd mention it before we get into the why he's the bravest Jedi of them all. Ima Gun was a male Nikto Jedi during the Waning Republic era. He most notably served the Republic in the Clone Wars during the occupation of Ryloth, alongside his second-in-command, Clone Captain Keely. Unfortunately, Dai's garrison was overwhelmed by the superior numbers of the Separatist force invading the planet, and after sacrificing a gunship, which he and his commander could have used to escape and continue their fight, this hardened Jedi and his clone captain die holding a position to give the Twi'lek civilians the chance to escape. Now, Master Dai is an ironic figure because his name is literally I'm gonna die. Ima Gun. But far from this irony, his brief appearance in the Clone Wars was memorable, if not the greatest act of valor shown by a Jedi in Star Wars media. Early on, it's evident that he's enormously compassionate and sympathetic to the plight of the native Twi'leks, placing the value of civilian lives above all else. Furthermore, we can see that he's bound by a sense of honour and duty. His clone captain voiced his reservations when he realised Dai intended to make a suicidal last stand, but the Nikto is absolutely dauntless. This stoic Jedi Master marches towards the numerically superior force of killing machines, steadying his men in the face of truly dire circumstances, without flinching. He leads from the front, rallying his troops with a simple but rousing cry: "For the Republic, for the Twi'leks." From the start of the engagement, he draws droid blaster fire and deflects as much of it as he can to give his troops a window to return fire, and doesn't stop until he's the last active combatant for the Republic on the battlefield. It's at this point that he breaks ranks and, without a moment's consideration for his own life, begins to effortlessly cut his way through the droid ranks. Once he's dispatched the initial formation, he sees the full Separatist invasion force, surely recognising that this is it for him. He is going to die imminently. But he stands his ground. He holds firm in the face of the impossible, catastrophic odds before him, without so much as a trace of fear on his face. He's prepared to stand alone, to fight alone, and die alone, if it buys the Twi'leks time to evacuate and regroup. Imagine his surprise at realising that Keely, just as durable and resilient as the Mandalorian that he's cloned from, is still in the fight. But again, we see how selfless this Jedi really is. He backtracks from his advanced position to resume blocking incoming fire and allowing Keely to get to his feet and prepare to fight on. And the pair continue to hold their ground, determined to make the end memorable, and do so by fighting ferociously. Inevitably, Keely is gunned down after several devastating shots to the chest, but even then, Dai refuses to capitulate. In his final moments, he epitomises the sentiment of not going quietly without a fight. His flurries and blows pausing for a moment when the Republic's blockade runners finally break through. Now, this is where I think Dai sets himself apart from other Jedi. Those ships making it through symbolise the enduring struggle of the Twi'leks. Dai has bought them all the time they needed, and his job is pretty much done. If he wanted to, he could beat a hasty retreat alongside those he was protecting and live on. But once again, he shirks the opportunity to save his own life to ensure that the natives have the time to get as far away as possible from the advancing droids. He's ensured the Twi'lek cause will endure, and that their struggle against occupation will continue, but he goes as far as he can to give them the best odds to escape the invaders. After a heroic, agonising last stand, he finally succumbs to his wounds, which I'd like to point out is 6 direct hits. For reference, Ki-Adi-Mundi was only able to withstand 4. It takes 6 shots that would be lethal to a clone or a lesser Jedi to finally bring this grizzled old warrior down. And he endures such pain and holds back such a ruthless onslaught for a cause that isn't really his own. Not only is Dai one of the toughest Jedi that we've ever seen in the entirety of canon, but he's also one of the most honourable. He's up there with the best in terms of a benchmark for what the Jedi of the Order should strive to be. But he is undoubtedly, unquestionably, the bravest Jedi in Star Wars. So there you go, guys, the bravest Jedi in all of Star Wars. Master Dai is one of my favourites, and I don't think he gets the attention or the respect that he deserves. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments of who you think the bravest Jedi is and why. I'll be replying to all of your comments, and if you give me any better examples, I'll heart the comment and do a video based on it. If you're new here, that offer is open to you as well, if you go ahead and hit subscribe first. I want to say welcome to the Star Wars Observer. It's a pleasure to have you with us, and we're all excited to hear what you've got to say, so get involved with the community. All of your likes and dislikes are appreciated, as is any constructive criticism you want to leave in the comments below. Take care, you lot. See you soon.